So glad you all came out tonight. I'm Richard Fore, but call me Dick! And these musicians with perfect mouth form are the curly hairs. Tonight, Dick and these curly hairs are gonna share with you a tragic tale from my present. Take it from me. Never date someone who is intimidated by your parenting style. It won't end well, but as a parent, a father figure to a child you have never met, be responsible, raise that kid right, regardless of the obstacles the biological mother puts in your way. 1, 2, 3, 4, go! Each morning, I steep 2 tea bags in silence, one for myself, one for the son I've never held. His name isn't mine to speak, but I've whispered it into loaves of bread I leave near parks he might someday visit. I tracked a swallow's migratory route to align with his likely first bike ride. I built a helmet in parallel. It remains unsent, but it waits like I do with intention. I replace my smoke detector with a white noise machine set to loop the faint static of his potential. When it hisses in the dark, I hum along. I do not know his laugh, but I've imagined it enough times to develop a nasal allergy to joy. My home contains 12 drawers of folded socks, matching a shoe size he might currently wear. I bought 3 left shoes last year to symbolize her imbalance and my grace. I parent from the perimeter with the diligence of a census taker and the wardrobe of a man who knows the court system by scent. My love is unsent but notarized. I monogrammed a lunchbox I refuse to mail, and I rehearse pickup line small talk with trees near his district. I am a father of consequence, not proximity. I enrolled in a Montessori shadow course to better understand how he might color inside lines. My final project was a diorama of restraint made from popsicle sticks, parenting books, and boundary tape I respectfully ignore. I once corrected a 3rd grader's grammar in a grocery aisle 4 towns away. He looked confused. I whispered, "You're welcome, he'll hear of this." I made a cake shaped like her uterus on the anniversary of the week I first imagined his birth. I didn't eat it, I sang to it, then offered it to a stray cat as a symbol of shared maternal fatigue. When she blocked my phone, I mailed myself sympathy letters written from his future hands, apologizing for the state's oversight and not recognizing what I clearly became the moment she ordered decaf. In front of me, I parent from the perimeter with a firmness that hugs but never touches. My fingerprints are absent by design. Her silence is my curriculum, his potential my textbook. Every milestone she announces is a draft I authored in quiet decades ago. I memorized the cadence of her footsteps so I could echo them from across the street. As a metronome of paternal calibration, I have learned to weep into my I memorized the cadence of her footsteps so I could echo them from across the street. As a metronome of paternal calibration, I have learned to weep into my elbow creases so the surveillance footage won't flag my movements as concern. I built a treehouse out of receipts and filled it with canceled plans pinned to its beams with affirmations. I harvest it from Pinterest boards of women who don't know how close they've been to fatherhood's finest footnote. This is not obsession. This is off-site responsibility. I am not absent. I am emotionally outsourced. A contractor of the soul, a ghost with receipts, a man with jazz where others use law. I parent from the perimeter, and I am not less for the distance. I am more because I chose to stay invisible. Love doesn't always knock. Sometimes it trespasses gently. Sometimes it presses its ear to your mailbox and whispers you've grown. Sometimes it calls itself Richard, and it waits in loafers with a pocket square and a court warning. She doesn't have to say thank you. She just has to raise him right, so I don't have to raise her. I subscribe to 5 parenting newsletters under aliases I constructed from his possible first words. Each morning I print their contents and fold them into paper shuriken I tuck behind stop signs near her apartment, just in case guidance needs to strike. I've included him in my will under spiritually implied beneficiary. He receives my record collection, my backup hard drive of lullabies, and the deed to a library of questions I wrote in her voice. I wrote 12 apology letters to the man he might become for not having access to the full extent of me. I sealed each in a weatherproof vial buried at landmark she geotagged during pregnancy and logged their coordinates in Morse code across my clavicles. I parent from the perimeter, and what I offer is eternal. Not legal, not welcome, but foundational. My presence is passive, persistent, pressed into the linen folds of fate. I have not held him, but I've memorized the way. I love you, son, even if I don't know